Let me give you a little bit about the country I live in. Beautiful, superb weather, lovely people, absolutely amazing place. Our currency is upside down. We don't have electricity for 16 hours a day. Every day we only have electricity for approximately 8 hours. That's the average. Things are getting worse. We haven't had water for the last so many years in many parts of our country. We rely on our own boreholes. We rely on our own stuff. I don't think that the city council collects refuse since time began, meaning from a long time. We have to make our own plans, and some of the areas, they are fortunate that they do have a little bit of that service. The reason I say this is I'm so excited to be living here. I'm so happy to be here without water, without electricity, without anyone collecting refuse, without a lot of the stuff, roads, full of potholes. Life quite expensive, the income very low. I'm happy to live here because there is a lot of goodness that's happening here. The weather's good, the people are good, mashallah. We have a lot of activity of the deen going on here, so I don't think I would leave in a rush. I've had huge opportunities in so many different places, but I can't go because there's a lot of activity that we are doing here. And I always tell people, you want me to leave? Well, get someone to replace me here and I will go. The idea is, who's going to come and live in Zimbabwe? Any one of you ready to come and live in a place that doesn't have electricity, doesn't have water, doesn't have services, doesn't have roads, proper roads besides a few, and so on? Yet it's a lovely country. To me, it's one of the best countries that I've ever come across. The people are grand, and we make a joke out of all our problems, Look at me, I'm busy driving, but at the same time, yeah, we have internet. A lot of the times we don't have proper internet. It's extremely expensive too. I feel that some of the telecommunications companies are actually a rip-off. But what can I do? They have some form of a service that they're providing under circumstances that are given. So alhamdulillah, I thank Allah for this. It's really a beautiful place. And the reason I mention this, a lot of you guys are living in great ni'mah of Allah. Great ni'mah. You have everything going. You live in first world countries, even if they're third world, but there's really good countries where you have electricity and water. Don't take it for granted. We don't. We actually don't. Do you know that I have a few buckets that have little taps at the bottom that we actually fill with water in order for us to be able to use when there is no water? Sometimes, remember I told you water hasn't been there for a long time, but we have our own boreholes. To bring the water up, you need electricity. When the electricity is not there, yes, we do have generators, but there's no diesel and no fuel. The petrol queues are more than 2-3 miles long. I promise you, I'm going to show you some of them. We thank Allah. We'd be in the queue, make a plan sometimes. You want to use your generator, you don't actually have diesel or petrol to use that generator, so then you're stuck. That's why sometimes we don't have water. And so we have to make use of a bucket. It's like the 10th world country, I think, but still it's one of the best countries. You know why? There's peace, there's calm, there's stability, there's goodness. We practice our deen, and we're so loving. We get on with people of other faiths, we get on with everyone, and we get going, alhamdulillah. So please don't be ungrateful for the few problems and issues you have. I'm talking about myself. We go through difficult, very tough situations with a smile. We thank Allah, and like I said, we really have to. Life is a challenge. It's extremely difficult. It's very expensive, and I did say incomes are low, but you know what? We have to make a plan. Adjust your life according to what Allah has bestowed upon you, and you'll be the happiest person ever. I don't think I've let you guys in on some of what I've said today before, but maybe I should do a proper session about life in Zimbabwe, the current life in Zimbabwe. We've been living in hope for the last 20 to 30 years, hoping that things will get better. Every time they actually get worse. But I'm still so hopeful that things will get better. MashaAllah, guys, alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you and bless every one of us, right?